Good morning, folks. This is Dale York coming to you from his disciples and going to be Christian Farmers of America here real soon. Today is the 30th of November, and I've been listening to the news, as I'm sure most of, of y'all have, and it's really interesting. The Republicans, they're decided that the Republicans need to come back to restore the economy. Of course, the economy went down when they were in office. And basically, it's really simple that if we keep pushing God out, then there's not enough stimulus money to save this country. I think most of you that know the Lord realize that, and yet somehow or another we don't seem to input that in when we vote for people. We don't seem to even want to know whether they're Christians or not, and I hope some of you still do. The in my opinion, and it's just my opinion, is the only salvation for this country. It's a great country, and every day as we watch the news, we see where America has done something to help some other country or some other plight, and God honors that, and that's one reason I think we still haven't completely fallen out of the picture. But for it to come back to where we have been, we're going to have to go back to the Lord. And I think most of you probably even realize that, but we're just not vocal enough in doing it. And I can't tell you how many people I've heard say when I ask them about, do you know the Lord? Well, that's a private thing. Well, it's really not a private thing. If it is a private thing, then in my opinion, you don't know the Word very well, because Jesus says that if you're afraid to confess me before men, then I will not confess you before my Father in heaven on Judgment Day. Pretty serious, isn't it? So there's a lot of issues with this country. I'm aware that most people do realize that there's lots of unemployment, and we keep wanting to have higher living standards and making more money and working less hours. But guess what's happening? People that are willing to work for less money and work more hours and actually accomplish and do more things, that's where it's going. China is going to own the world here before long because they have lots of people and they work cheap and they work hard. Guess what? We're not going to continue to have our little protectionist deal where that the union can keep wanting less hours, more pay, and more people to do the same job. That's going to drive all the work other places. And you union people, if any of you listen to this, better start figuring it out. That what we get paid for now is production and quality. And I used to be in the union. I was in the crane business in the 70s. And I used to fight with the union all the time. And I tell them, I don't have a problem with wages because I can pass that on. But what I can't pass on is all the blooming feather bedding that y'all do. You want to have 2 or 3 people doing one man job, and that you can't pass on. And that's what's happened to this country, folks. That's one reason the jobs are being taken from us from all over around the world, south, north, east, west, everywhere. And we have been a great country, and the reason we've been great is because on our coins, which is beginning not to be true, we had "In God We Trust." Is that true today? Is that true to whoever is listening to this or watching? That's the question you have to ask. Because when we don't trust in Him, then we can expect all kind of calamities to fall us. So anyway, I hope there might be a farmer or two happen to catch me on this, and I'm going to start trying to be. I'm getting ready to go on the 15th of this month. I'm leaving Houston to drive to Knoxville, Tennessee, and go to a workshop that the Farm Bureau nonprofit organization, been around for 100 years or so, is putting on, and the government is sending people down there to show them how to get money from the government to do alternative energy things. I'm real interested in that. And at the same time, I'll be taking with me a bunch of letters for all the farmers to pick up to tell them that we're forming a new website and calling it Christian Farmers of America. And I'll tell you, folks, I'm really kind of excited about that. And I don't know how many Christian farmers there are. I mean, there's not going to be any fee for this at all. All that we're asking them to do is to post their testimony on our webpage. It can be short, whatever else. I have to approve it though. And then to post one more thing. When was the last time that you did something to help somebody else? You know, we all tend to get a little selfish and think about that we're the only ones that we got to worry about. And when we have that attitude, it's not going to bring God's hand to us. And what will bring God's hand to us? I know that this is going to be slow, and probably the farmers will come pretty slow. But I have a vision of having a whole lot of Christian farmers involved in this. And then let's say some farmer, small farmer, loses his tractor, burns up, blows up, wears out, whatever else, and is not able to get another one. And all the rest of us will come together and buy this person a new tractor. Just think how God would be blessed for us to start doing things like that. And then we're going to have it to where all the farmers that participate can get on the web page and list things that they have learned. You know, everyone is relying on the government to do everything for us, and the government is not God. And until we figure that out, we're seeing that they're making more mistakes than anyone right now. They're squandering our money. They're getting our kids and grandkids in debt that they'll never get out of. And just trying to throw money at the problem, and that's not the answer. The answer is to go back to the Lord. Pretty simple, but most people think it's too simple. But it is just that simple. And right now, I've decided that I could do worse than to spend the rest of my life. I've been studying alternative energy now really hard for the past 5 years. I've had a lot of experience in a lot of different things. Been in several different businesses, and I know a lot about heavy equipment, airplanes, helicopters, all kinds of stuff. But I decided that if I could spend the rest of my life helping our farmers who provide our food and provide a lot of products that we need, cotton and clothes and stuff like that, that to help them get stronger. I mean, the farmers began this thing in the past. They're trying to do it with just big operations and no personalities. There's no personal involvement. So they hire people from down south to just maybe run tractors and just a big corporation. But you know, I think God is not really blessing that. And so I'm hoping that the day of the individual farmers with 200 to 500 acres or whatever, 1,000 acres, whatever they can manage, will come back, and then that we'll all be working together to learn new techniques. And you know, God still has the most wisdom of all of us. He's smarter in 1 minute than all the rest of the world is in a lifetime. And when we start asking Him for help, when we start asking Him for wisdom, then He'll start giving it to us. And then we'll see some small little guy that don't amount to hardly anything come up with something that's revolutionary, come up with some new plan, or come up with some new way of planting, or some new way of harvesting, or whatever else. That'll be real innovative because God helped him. God gave him wisdom. And so I'm excited about getting this web page started and having farmers start listing things that they've learned, and not wanting money for it. Man, won't it be refreshing when someone wants to help someone just because they do, not because of what they can get out of it. Well, I'm going to have to close this now, and I'm sorry I hadn't been as regular with you as I said I was going to be, but uh, I hope that I just hope that everybody will start striving and working hard to help one another. And then until next time, this is Dale York, Christian Farmers of America, signing out. God bless you.